TJ, you guys added Preston Smith a couple days ago. What have you kind of learned about him, and what does he do to add to the position of the trade deadline?
Yeah, I've been watching Preston from afar. Impressive edge rusher. He's been doing it for a long time. I think he brings a lot of experience. He's a big body guy who can move well, bend around the edge. He's had a lot of production. So really excited to have him to add to the rotation and help keep us fresh.
TJ, how long does it take typically to kind of get involved, know what's going on? For a veteran, is that learning curve pretty short?
You have to ask him. I've never really been in that situation. I'm fortunate enough to be here all 8 years, but he's just being with him throughout the last couple of days. He's a very smart guy. Been in a 3-4 defense before, so I don't think it'll be too challenging, but it's also an NFL defense, a whole new language for him, so I'm not going to say it's an easy task either.
I don't want to compare Jaden Daniels to Lamar Jackson. Lamar is obviously a two-time MVP, but how has playing against a guy like Lamar prepare you for a quarterback like Jaden who can do a lot with his legs and his arm?
Yeah, I mean, I think just quarterbacks in general are just getting so mobile and using their legs, and it's not like it's just the mobility either. It's the ability to throw the ball down the field, extend plays, and you can be dangerous on the ground or throwing. And I think you've seen that in some of the really deep passes. He's able to break a couple tackles, and make those game-changing type plays. And it's a challenge for us. Not very comfortable with it. No matter who you play with, it's a challenge.
Is it pretty unique to have Justin in the building to give you guys a similar look in practice, though?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely helps. Justin has done an unbelievable job all week of giving us a good look, and so has Kyle as well. So I feel like they prepare us as well as we can for a mobile quarterback.
What's been the reaction to the Peloton commercial so far?
I'm getting everybody's busting my chops about all the commercials. I'm just glad I get to do them with my family. It's so much more fun when I do it with those guys.
Feels like that's pretty representative of the competitiveness between the brothers.
100%. Yeah, the Peloton knocked it out of the park with that. That's exactly how we are.
George, what does adding Mike Williams kind of do for you for this passing game?
Just adding another big receiver for not only me, Russ as well.
But specifically with you, how does that impact you to have another big body in the receiving core?
It's always good, having a threat on the outside, another big body, like you said, that can go downfield. For a defensive coordinator, it's going to be hard for sure.
George, did you know him? I mean, and did you pick each other's brains this week?
No, I never really. I met him like once before, but I never really knew him like that. I'm just glad he's on the team.
Are there things that you guys can kind of teach each other?
Yeah. Kind of like with all the other receivers as well too. Just route depth, typical receiver stuff.
How quickly do you anticipate him being able to be worked into the offense and be a factor on the field?
As quick as he learned the playbook. That's all up to him.
Did you talk to him at all when the Jets were in town a couple weeks ago? He said fans were asking him to stay, don't go back on the plane, things like that.
No, I didn't. I don't think I did. I think I was in the media room with y'all.
George, you guys coming off 3 pretty good games offensively. How do you keep that going? What were you doing well to be able to produce the last 3 weeks?
The pass and the running game. Just both of those playing off of each other, one opening up the other. I feel like that's really why we've been, doing good so far. Defensively as well, too.
Is it a challenge to keep that momentum going after having a week off?
I played at Georgia, so I wouldn't say a challenge. I'll just say you just get better every day.
How much has the week off kind of helped you guys? I mean, is it good to have a break like that in the middle?
Yeah, it's good to have a break anytime, It's just a lot of games in the NFL, Recovering-wise, it's super good getting guys back from, certain injuries.
George, in the room, how have you guys handled with Mike being in, just having a new guy in that room?
Just embracing him, honestly.
How did you spend the bye week?
I did good. I was here, chilling, playing the game.
It's just his ability to extend plays. It's his ability to always, give his receivers a chance to make a play on the ball. You definitely have to change up your approach. Make sure your eyes are good. Make sure that you're sticky in coverage and you never relax, because the play is never over with an athlete like that back in the quarterback.
Why do you think he's been so successful this year? Just the right place, the right time?
Yeah, I mean, he's a great player, man. Always was. I always was a fan of him. He's an LSU guy, So the last 2 seasons I've been like all eyes with Jaden Daniels. He's a great player, man. He played a lot of football. Yeah, he just plays with a ton of confidence, man. I think that's something you always want from a young quarterback, regardless of the situation, regardless of the offense. You just want him to always remain poised and remain confident, and that's just something that he just oozes, man. He's very, very composed.
Is that something you're seeing more from young quarterbacks, like a Stroud and Burrow, guys that have kind of stepped right in and been that kind of poised?
Yeah, that's not nothing. It's common. That's kind of hard to obtain in this league, but it's very, very special. Like the guys you named, they're very special because they came in with that ability, and I think that he's one of those guys that just came in with that ability.
McLaurin kind of has been waiting for that type of quarterback. What's made him so good over the years? What makes McLaurin such a challenge?
He can do everything, man. He's one of the top receivers in this game for a long time for a reason. Very great route runner, really good speed. He can take the top off. He can be a deep threat. He can be shallow guy. He can be a sticks guy. Really, whatever you need. And I think that his professionalism throughout the years, without the most consistency at quarterback, I think that just jumps off the film too. I think that he's one of the best receivers in the league, man. I have a ton of respect for him. Because he doesn't come off as a I want the ball every play type guy. He's the first guy celebrating with his other receivers, celebrating with the running backs, and that's just dope to see from a guy who has that much ability to still be that that outgoing with his teammates and that excited for them to be successful as well. So yeah, hats off to that guy, man. He's a great player.
Getting Cam Sutton back, how much does that help the secondary?
Helps a lot, man. Cam has always been one of those coaches on the field, or coaches in the meeting room for us. Having him in camp was amazing. So when we was able to get him back in the building, man, it's just done a ton just for our preparation. Cam is a film junkie. He's a guy who comes in meetings with stuff that probably coach ain't see yet. So just having him in the building for all of DPs is just a big boost for him.
Going back to Daniel for a second, TJ said Justin's done a great job giving you guys looks this week in practice. Obviously Kyle does that most weeks too, but how much does it help having someone else who's that mobile and does some of the similar things that Jaden does?
It helps a lot, man. It helps a lot. Not every team get to simulate that type of style at practice, so you can't take it for granted when you have a guy like that. And Justin's just been outstanding. Asking questions, how he does it like this, how he does it like that. Was that accurate, stuff like that. So he's been just the utmost, great professional in that standpoint. But yeah, it's a plus when you have guys in the building that can sort of replicate that type of athleticism at the quarterback position.
You were traded this offseason. Obviously, Preston and Mike come here at the trade deadline this year. Can you imagine how much of a whirlwind it would be changing teams mid-season versus doing it in March when you had plenty of time to sort of get up to speed?
It has to be tough, but yeah, hey, man, I don't know.
That business, I guess.
Yeah, it's the business. You see it happen every year.
More every year.
More and more every year. You see it happening. But yeah, these guys are great, man. Great professional guys, Preston and Mike, man. They just jump onto a moving train, and just to have the type of enthusiasm that these guys are coming in the building with. I got a chance to talk to Preston in Hot Tub earlier this week, man. Great dude, man. He's very, very enthusiastic about this opportunity, and we're happy to have him, man. I can say the same for Mike. Just picking his brain a little bit, just about receiver, being a bigger guy, just talking to him, man. Like I said, these guys come in with hella enthusiasm, and man, they understand what we have in this building, and they just excited to get to work with us. And just being a guy on the team, it makes me excited to see those guys very enthusiastic about being here.